hello again. It is Wing Nation presented by Hercules Tires, right on our strength. Talking sprint car racing, our favorite time of the week, and we are so glad that you have joined us. Everybody in the world is on special assignment. It's race season, except for Allison, McKinney, and I. So, Allison, it's great to have you here.
Thanks for having me back again.
And you're going to be on special assignment tonight because your boy's racing.
Absolutely.
So, out the door of Wing Nation and up to Millbridge.
Yep.
We'll talk about that a little bit later on. But
sounds good.
It is great to hang out. Appreciate you coming in, filling in for Aaron.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me back.
Got to hang out with some of your kinfolk on Friday night. Richard and Jennifer Marshall.
Austin is my happy place.
Yes, Austin. Oh, my God, folks.
Right.
If you've never been to Austin, I've never been there until this weekend.
Yep.
Did dinner on Friday night with Richard and Jennifer and Ricky Sten. I mean, it was just phenomenal. And then Saturday we had the truck race, which was the early race.
Yep.
So like I was back at the hotel at 3:30, 4 o'clock, and out the door, barbecue, craft beer, and live music.
Did you get good Mexican food?
I didn't get good Mexican food.
What?
I heard it was great, but no, I did. No, well, I didn't. No, I had a little bit, but no, because there's only so many hours.
Yeah. You can eat your way through Texas. So what I'm going to do now for
sure. Next year's Saturday midday race,
yep.
I'm going to make sure I get there promptly on Wednesday.
Yep.
And leave on Tuesday or something like that.
Okay.
Austin is unreal.
I'm gonna go next year, so I'll take you around.
Austin is unreal.
I went to school at Texas. So,
did you really? Okay, yeah. So you know.
Oh yeah, my dad grew up in Austin. Richard grew up in Austin.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew it was going to be great. I go into every race weekend, whether it's Austin, Texas, or Danville, Virginia, or wherever we're at. I mean, you could be the biggest, hottest spot on the planet, Las Vegas, or the smallest spot like Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. And
I go into every weekend loving it.
And you always find unique things. I mean, you're out there, you're looking for restaurants, you're looking for things to do. You don't just sit around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And my expectations for Austin were through the roof, and the experience exceeded the expectations.
Yeah. Well, next year, hopefully even more. You know, I mean, we're getting more and more back to normal and everything. Yeah. But did you get to see any live music?
Yeah, I went to a real live. I went to a place called the White Horse.
Oh,
absolutely. Real live Texas honky tonk.
Absolutely.
Had a fine young lady there teach me how to two-step.
Yep.
Oh, it was a wonderful time.
I saw your picture you posted, and I thought that has to be the White Horse.
The White Horse. So. It was cool. It was great. It was just Lone Star beer. Oh, all good. All good. Man, I'll tell you what else is good in the sprint car world. Let's get into it. Our Hefter Racing products, hot topics. The last half a lap heard round the world. I know, and you're part of that Marshall clan, so I know it wasn't. I saw.
But if somebody else had to win.
Right, exactly. Dave Blaney, the Buckeye Bullet, the 95 World of Outlaw champion. It was 23 years, 7 months, and 2 days between wins, but he got his 95th World of Outlaw win.
And to do it at Sharon, I mean, you know, at the track that his family owns, like it's incredible. Yeah. So with a car that they built, that he and his guys built,
Dave. That's just
incredible.
Dave. And so I just don't even, when I read that, I was getting ready to tweet about it, and I said, I couldn't have read that right. I mean, I couldn't have, just there's no way I read that right. And so I'm like, I go back and I scroll through it and make sure I look at the date on the tweet and everything else. I said, wow, that's freaking awesome. And then, you know, so Dave Blaney, this Hefner Racing product hot topic is about drivers with exceptional weekends or nights, or they put them all together. And so while Dave was really good, poor old Sheldon, the last 2 races there at Attica, and oh my gosh, the lap car getting around there in front of him at Attica, and then Sharon, it's just like, the boys wheeling that car.
I mean, just when you think nothing else crazy can happen to that team, I mean, you know, going into 4, a lap car's wheel completely comes off. Yeah. As Sheldon's coming to the white flag, leading by 6 or 7 seconds.
Yeah, gone.
I mean, nowhere to go, nothing he could have done different.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah, and so, I mean, but you got to be up front to win these races, and Sheldon certainly is that. And there will be plenty to come along. Okay, so the Buckeye Bullet, one of our top performers. Lance Deweese, we're going to talk to Lance on our podcast later this week. Lance Deweese, career win number 100 at Williams Grove. He started 4th, and he was leading by the backstretch.
That's incredible. That start, I saw just a piece from the start, and that was like, it was like, yep, textbook.
He schooled
him. I mean, he schooled him in the first half of the track.
It's like Lance schools people on a regular basis there. It's unreal. National Sprint Car Hall of Famer now with 100 wins, 10 more than the nearest guy, which is the long-retired Fred Raymer.
Yep.
So cool for Lance Deweese.
Very
Okay?
cool.
So Brownie's over there in Knoxville watching all this happen and say, here, hold my beer.
Yeah.
Okay?
Watch this, boys.
He sets a Knoxville Raceway, a new track record, 14.351. Race number 1, picked up the win, led the whole way. He started third, was in the lead by lap 1, turn 1. And then the second race, he had to work on this one, worked through some traffic, got the lead on lap 16. We're going to talk to Brownie today on the program. Wins number 54 and 55. He's 5th on the all-time list, 2 behind some guy named Steve Kinzer.
That guy.
Yeah.
He's pretty good there.
Yeah. Brownie, man, I'll tell you what, that's pretty cool to watch. It's so cool to see just that's what I love about sprint car racing is he's sitting over there in the Midwest just fine-tuning, waiting for August.
Absolutely. And that move that he made to take the lead, he drove that car so far into 3 and into 4 before it hooked on the top, and he drove off and he was gone.
It was unreal.
Yeah.
I mean, just and I can't wait to talk to Brownie because I like here's where I'm at and here's what I'm going to ask him to talk about. Both wins were so different.
Right.
And you never know what you're going to get in August. And to me, both wins have to give him confidence that if it's fast, he's fast. If he needs to navigate and manage the car, because he had both.
And work his way through traffic.
Yeah, he had both.
Absolutely.
Man, when you have both at Knoxville.
Yeah. The only other time that I've seen that recently was the win that Sheldon got there.
Yeah.
But he did it off of turn 2.
Off of 2. But just where that momentum comes from is like, it's like jet propelled.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it looked like they hit the nitrous bottle. And
just rolling when he came off 4. Flow Racing All-Star Circuit of Champions. What a spectacular weekend. We had Blake Anderson on our podcast last week because we just knew this was going to be good. The Indy Invasion presented by Race Redeem Foundation. Thursday and Friday, they christened the new Circle City Raceway. What a beautiful facility that is.
Yeah, I can't wait to go to that track. It looks incredible.
Yeah. Sunshine picked up the swept the whole weekend. How about that with the old Clausen Marshall team, right?
Absolutely. When he won that first night, I texted the whole group of them, Tim, Tyler, Richard, everybody, and I was like, I can't wait for tomorrow night because if he was that good tonight, it's going to be hard to beat him tomorrow night, and nobody could.
Sunshine's rolling.
Yeah.
He's got this thing.
When he gets that, he's always got confidence in himself, and he definitely has confidence in the team and the equipment.
Oh, yeah.
But when he gets that little extra swagger, it's like, better watch out.
I'm fascinated to see what he and his swagger when they roll into Williams Grove and Port this weekend.
Absolutely.
Because this is going to be fun to watch. And he is perfectly capable of winning a couple of those races.
Yeah.
There's no denying everything is there. But Williams Grove, particularly, such a difficult, challenging, unique racetrack. We're just going to see. It's going to be great. Saturday night, Gas City, Cap Henry. Cap Henry just continues to be a great story in Ohio. Last year, he stuck with Attica and Fremont and just won about everything there.
Yeah.
This year, he decided to go on the All-Stars, picked up his win. It's his 5th career All-Star win. And then Sunday, how about Zeb Wise' career first All-Star win? Isn't that cool?
Yeah, and it was cool that Sunshine was right there and pushing him, and ran second. And so no, the relationship between those two, I thought it was cool that Sunshine got out. He basically ran to the car to talk to him, and so
closely followed by Paul McMahon running to the scales to talk to him,
right, which I think that's a really cool relationship that Paul and Zeb have. Just the appreciation that they have for each other, and the night before they ran 40 laps side by side, pretty much that most of that race. And Zeb tweeted, he said like how cool it was that you could run that close with somebody and not touch it all, and so
I've got
cool.
We're going to Port Royal and we've got a stage show and we're doing some Facebook Lives, and I've requested to get a chance to spend a little time with Zeb because I want to explore to get your first All-Star win, but to have Sunshine and Paul McMahon meet you at the scales.
Right.
I don't care who you are. And
well,
I know
Enrico too.
Enrico too. That's right. And I know. I mean, and he just graduated from high school. I get he's a kid, but when you have that trio of guys come to the scales to meet you, that's called respect.
Well, and he didn't want to go to his high school graduation, and now we can see why. He's $26,000 richer on Sunday.
That's right. Exactly. So the All-Stars had a great weekend. The other thing I like about the All-Stars is recently here, like in the last month, 3 first-time winners. Now, Sunshine has won 3, but his first All-Star win was just 6 races ago.
Yeah.
Kyle Reinhardt is a new winner and Zeb Wise.
That was cool when the two of them won in the same weekend. And then now they just did it again.
Right.
You know, now, I mean, Sunshine was getting a second and third.
And Zeb Wise, and Zeb gets it.
Yeah.
So 3 new winners like in the last 6 races.
Yeah.
I just think that's phenomenal. The All-Stars are really rolling along. Other winners real quick. Well, Justin Sanders won at California. 13 wins on the season. This cat. He won the NARC and he won the 360s at Ocean. Little controversy on the start of the NARC race.
Yeah, it sounded like it was pretty interesting.
Oh, yeah, when you got TK out there giving you the old raspberries, you know. I mean, not that Tim Kading would give anyone raspberries, you know.
No, none of the Kadings.
No, none of the Kadings, exactly. At that King of the West race, I am telling you, Bud Kading is just rolling in California.
Absolutely.
And it's just Dominic Selze and this time Justin Sanders. Bud ever finds that final spot, they're never going to see victory lane again.
Yeah.
I mean, he's flying out
well,
there.
and Dom, he got taken out in that first wreck right at the beginning, right?
Right, Dom did, yeah, because Dominic, we had Dom on last week too. He said he was never going to lose again. Well, that worked for a while because he swept the weekend.
Himself. That's what he did.
Himself.
See?
That's what it was. Port Royal, Mike Wagner. Mike Wagner, such a great story. His son Logan is a multi-time champion there. Mike's just the veteran, hardcore, old school racer with the family team, picks up the win. West Virginia Motor Speedway was Anthony Macri. Houston's Justin Henderson is starting to get locked in there.
Yeah.
And Henderson is so good. And boy, he's going to be a handful in that Houston's 50 and that sort of thing. And I want to mention this. And I know I'm a homer for the folks here at Carolina. Carolina Sprint Tour, Harris Motor Speedway. It's just west of Charlotte. A kid by the name of he's a guy by the name of Nate Emig. Nate Emig loves sprint car racing and got a sprint car and rode around at the back of the pack. And when he was out of money, he showed up at the sprint car track. He drove push vehicles. He worked on cars. He got more money. He brought his car back and everything like that. Won his first heat race a couple weeks ago, won his first A main on Saturday night.
That's a super cool story. I had no idea.
He just oozes it. And he's a low buck family guy with a picture of his baby with him in Victory Lane. And I mean, and it's just, but the outpouring. Yeah. When you see other people posting about him and how hard he has worked, and it's just a low buck operation, but he's talked about every year he gets his equipment a little better, a little better, a little better. It was good enough on Saturday night to win.
Well, and I know we're biased, but it's the passion in sprint car racing.
I love it.
That's what it is.
For sure. My gosh, we are running way long here. Real quick, Hefner Racing Products, HRP Wings, originally reset rivet wing manufacturer. They use wind tunnel and track performance testing to outpace the industry in design, innovation, and functionality, not only for sprint cars, but lightning sprints, micros, and junior sprints, shipped across the world and can be economically ground shipped right to your door. HRPRacing.com. That's HRPRacing.com. Saturday night, Sharon Speedway, the Buckeye Bullet, and Sheldon Haudenschild. Here it is, Johnny Gibson with a call on Dirt Vision.
And now for the Dryden death-defying move of the week, where one driver simply amazes us with their on-track moves.
Blaney to the bottom in 1 and 2. Sheldon on the cushion out of turn 2 for the final time. Sheldon Haudenschild taps the wall. Blaney gets by to take the lead. Into 3 and 4. Checkered flag will wave. Dave Blaney wins, and Sharon his first outlaw win since 1997.
That death-defying move was brought to you by Dryden Diesel All Death, the official death of the world of outlaws and wheelmen everywhere. Visit Dryden.com for more information.
For decades, Dryden Lubricants has been made in America and made to last, paving the way on our highways, in our fields, and on the production line. Today, Dryden offers a complete line of engine oils, greases, hydraulic and transmission fluids, and diesel exhaust fluid. If you want greater performance and protection for your critical engines and equipment, go to Dryden.com. Dryden, American owned and operated, and a proud supporter of racing and race fans everywhere.
Over 200 events from coast to coast, and they're celebrating 30 years of Scattering Soil, the American Sprint Car Series. The world's largest sprint car sanctioning body is bringing more thrills with wing and even more non-wing action in 2021. 11 regional tours, the national tour. No matter where you are, we're coming to a track near you. Can't be there? Get double the streaming fun with Racing Boys and FlowRacing.com, bringing all the adrenaline to your favorite streaming device. See the full lineup of events now at ASCSRacing.com.
Wing Nation rolling along. We are presented by Hercules Tires. Let's go to the Dryden hotline, fresh off from a banner night. at the famed Marion County Fairgrounds in Knoxville, Iowa. Brian Brown joins us. Brownie, how are you?
I'm doing good, guys. How are you guys today?
We are fantastic. Good. Brian, when you get done with a night like that, riding home, riding back to the shop, getting up on Sunday morning, I cannot imagine the level of satisfaction.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of pep in your step. I just feel like we've kind of had that pep in our step a little bit for the last month or so. I feel like we're kind of turning the corner here, and our cars are really good right now. But yeah, definitely after breaking the track record and getting 2 feature wins, it definitely makes that 3.5-hour drive. I didn't have to make Heather drive this week. Let's just say that I was able to go from A to Z and pull her in the garage this week by myself. So it was a good week.
Well, I was going to say, did you even go to sleep? I would have just stayed up.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought about stopping at Casey's on the way home and getting a lottery ticket. I thought I might win the lottery on this with the way things were going that night. No, I got home and laid down and fell asleep about 5 o'clock and was up at a niece's soccer game that morning. So yeah, we got a couple hours of sleep.
Oh, and Super Uncle on top of it. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely got to be.
Well, Postman and I were just talking about it right before you came on, just about how, these other guys that are going to come there in August to visit you, they better be worried because you're getting your stuff dialed in right now.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that we've been, we've won races in May before, but it seems like when I come back here on Monday, even after we win, me and my crew chief Chad Morgan just kind of sit down and say, yeah, we won, but I don't feel like we were that great or whatnot. I feel like the last couple of weeks we've been there, I feel like we're back in our mid 12, 13, 14, 15 form. So I'm very excited about the rest of the year there and continuing to learn. I feel like the package we've got now is a little bit different than we've had. We're learning every single night, and my crew chief Chad Morgan, has kind of got me out of the box of just, hey, let's do the same thing we've always did. That should work, and he's really did a good job of opening our eyes to some different things, and I think it shows with our results. So, yeah, a long way between now and August, though. So we definitely have to worry about the task at hand, this weekend, and like I said, looking forward to getting back there as soon as we can.
Brian, I have got to think when you have a night like Saturday night, it's got to make you confident on a lot of fronts. First off, just the raw speed, setting a new track record, and I know that Charlie Garrett, you had that baby rolling. I understand that. But you have one race where you're able to just do an excellent restart and lead it flag to flag, and you have a second race where you've got to flog traffic and other people. That has got to be a lot of comfort because you don't know what you're going to get for World of Outlaw races or the Knoxville Nationals, and you've got to feel pretty good about your car in both of those scenarios.
Yeah, where it rained there a little bit on Saturday, there was obviously people are going through the pit area negative saying, oh, gosh, it's going to be no pass, and, it's going to be a one-lane track all night long. My mindset was a little bit different. I actually thought to myself, and I even shared to my team, that, hey, we could get this condition like this at the Knoxville Nationals because it could rain, and we can't control that. And the show goes on. We have to get the show in. So this Saturday night, I feel like, was just a good notebook night. We ran the heat race, and we started 6th, and we ran 4th, and we weren't that great. But the changes we made between the heat race and the feature, I feel like will make our team a lot better if we get those conditions where I've got to go maybe 8th to 4th at the Knoxville Nationals. So, and then, the features, yes, were 2 different scenarios. I started 3rd and 1 and got the lead right away, but we had to run a lot of traffic, and I felt like my car was really, really good in traffic. Was able to win that one, and then the next one, I had to pass, Parker, and then obviously chase down Ayrton, which was doing a great job. But yeah, kind of a tale of 2 different, races, and I think we showed that we can run the bottom, run the top, run the middle, and run traffic and have a very versatile car. And like I said, at that point, once your car gets into a certain window, it's up to the driver at that point to make the right decisions at the right time.
Yeah, well, you definitely made those. That move, I was just telling Postman earlier that to get the lead in that first race, You drove it so deep into 3 and rocketed off the top. I told him the only other time I remembered seeing that recently was when Sheldon got his first win there at Knoxville on a local race, but his was off of 2. So, man, I'm excited for some of these races coming up.
I think I'm learning from my SRX crew chief.
Wow, who happens to be Ryan, who is Ashley's husband. So let's talk a little bit about that, Brian, because you've got your 410 sprint car program rolling. You've just established how good you and Chad feel about it, acknowledging there's a lot of racing between now and August. That's good. You've got a lot of different things coming up between now and August as well. SRX is coming to Knoxville. You're going to be in one of those cars. The trucks are coming to Knoxville. You're driving just that number 51 truck that seems to win all the time. As it starts to get closer and closer, Brian, just how are you preparing for that and the anticipation for those events?
Yeah, I mean, really, there's no preparation because obviously with NASCAR rules, there's no testing. So,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously just trying to, race as much as possible, just trying to do everything we can. And just, like I said, those are 2 events that we're definitely looking forward to, the SRX race on June 19th and then, obviously the truck race on July the 9th. And partnering with Casey's and Rowdy and Wisp now on with the truck. So, we're looking forward to it. And just it was exciting for me, too, with Ryan, and he was just one of them. But when you go into those NASCAR shops or SRX shops, all they want to do is talk sprint car racing. It's like just cool to see the crossover in between of I want to talk, what makes these cars go, and they want to talk about, hey, that was a good move at Knoxville last week. So it's cool to be a part of that experience. Hopefully I can look back at, in 20 years and say, man, 2021 was unbelievable. Look at all the cool things we did. We competed for a Knoxville Nationals. We had, ran the truck, ran the SRX race. Just could be one of my best fun racing years that I've ever had, and I'm just going to enjoy every single bit of it.
Well, so I know you were there observing during the test that they did a few weeks back, but Schrader was the one that was actually in the SRX car. Did he give you any advice or tips that you can actually share with us? Because a lot of what Schrader says you can't share, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's no funnier guy in racing than Ken Schrader. And no, I mean, I was hoping to be able to get in the car, but just because of NASCAR's testing policies, I wasn't able to. But just to go there and be with the guys, and that's what it's all about. Really is just being the camaraderie between all the crew guys and the driver, and just letting them know that I'm just not going to show up and I want to be a part of it. I want to learn. I want to embrace every single bit of it. And enjoy and talk to the guys and just get to know people. I love racing, but I love the people as much as the racing, just because that's what it's all about. Whether it's the kids in the grandstands, or whether it's a young older guy, or whether it's a crew guy on the SRX or a truck team. That's what the fun part about it is because the races will come and go, but the friends and the friendships you make will hopefully be there for a long time.
We recorded in advance a Wing Nation television program with Danny Lasowski yesterday. It's going to air in a couple weeks with Port Royal and travel and everything like that. This is one of those rare weeks where we have to order in advance. You had sent him a text right after the track record. Has to be good to get. When you get one up on the dude at Knoxville, you got to take advantage of that, Ronnie.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome to be, related to him and just from everything he's accomplished. But there's not much that I have ever done that he hasn't done, and that is one of them. So getting the track record, he definitely sent me a message and said, "Hey, awesome job." And I fired right back. Well, I finally did something you've never done. So, yeah, to get a track record, something that he's never done. I mean, that's winning the 2 races was very fun and cool and things I'll always remember. But that track record, man, I mean, that's going to be there forever, as long as but records are made to be broken. We never thought Brooks' record would be broken, but to be able to break that track record, not only for myself but for my engine builder Charlie Garrett. I mean, that's satisfaction to him to know is, hey, my engines are the best in the country. for all my crew, my dad Robert, my car chief Nate Steinhaus, my crew chief Chad Morgan. I gave them all a fist bump afterwards, and my crew chief or my car chief Nate said, "Oh, I didn't do anything." I said, "Hey Nate, have you ever seen the track record broke with a flat right rear tire?" He said,
absolutely.
"No." I said, "Well, there you go. We're all a part of it. All of us working together," and I think that's what racing where it is today. Every piece matters. And if you skip on one, that shock will be all right, or that right rear tire will be all right. You're not gonna compete as competitive as it is right now, and it takes us all. And the Casey's FEP car has it all right now, and got a bunch of great people behind us.
Man, that is awesome. Where do you?
But Danny also will let me know.
Yeah.
Hey, you're only 58 races behind feature win total too, so he will slip that in too. So it's not just, hey, good job, but it's also, hey, by the way, still only 58 or whatever it is. He's got like 1,000 wins. So
yeah, he told us that too. He told us he told us he allowed you to bask in it for just a few seconds before he replied. So
well, but you'd expect no difference.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah. Brownie, between what else? What other big sprint car races do you have over the next month or two before coming up? Are you staying close to home, or what's on the docket for you?
Well, I mean, we're really watching the weather this week. There's a possibility, we could be, Terre Haute, Knoxville, Sioux Falls. There's a possibility we could be Williams Grove, Port Royal. That swing. We're just watching the weather. We're definitely going to be at all the Houston, the 50 or the race that pays the showdown. Jackson Nationals. We're looking at doing some of the PA Speed Week, Kings Royal. A lot of racing coming up here the next month and a half, and we want to do them all that makes sense to us. I don't want to run my guys into the ground where come Knoxville Nationals time they're just wore out. But we definitely want to run against the best of the best and keep us sharp. So that's a fine line. It's you don't want to run 100 straight days and your guys are dead to the world, but you definitely want to keep sharp. So we're definitely going to be at all the big events between here and Knoxville, and we'd love to do, sprinkle some in, the PA Speed Weeks. And like I said, there's a good possibility if how the weather shakes out, we could be in Port Royal this weekend, or we could be in Sioux Falls. Just that's the exciting part about owning your own team and having partners like Casey's and FEP that just love the sport and want us to go out and showcase their brands, that we can kind of go where we want.
Now you're just teasing us all now, because we're all headed. Ashley and I are doing shows up at Port Royal, and the thought of you rolling in there, that just makes a great Weikert Memorial Weekend even better.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
but I understand the weather. This all kinds of things go into it. Brownie, I'm telling you what, I appreciate the time. Appreciate you joining us. I was so pumped on. I know how hard you work at it, and I know what this sport means to you, and I know nights like Saturday night mean the world to you. And I'm just happy for you personally, and look forward to what the summer brings.
Yeah, so am I, man. Like I said, it's a team sport though, and then I feel like that. My team, Chad. I've said it all through this interview. Nate, my dad, our engine builder, Charlie Garrett, our engine is so good. A lot of times it's just like, hopefully the driver doesn't screw up his engine. They're that good.
Yeah.
Our Maxim chassis, FK shocks, Vortex wings, weld wheels, all those things matter. One of those things off a little bit, we don't break track records and we don't run races, but we're looking forward to the rest of the year here, and hopefully I don't make Ryan look too bad in that SRX car.
There we go. I'm sure you won't, Brian. I'm sure you won't. Thanks again. We'll talk to you down the road.
You guys take care. Thank you very much.
There we go. Brian Brown joining us on the Dryden Hotline.
Power isn't born. It's built over time. For over 65 years, Hercules Tires has been providing the muscle to move more drivers. Whatever the vehicle, whatever the terrain. And we back it with a powerful protection plan. So wherever the road or the trail takes you, we have the selection, value, and strength to get you there. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
Circle B Diecast is the new diecast outlet from Plan B Sales. What started as Lionel and Chase Authentics apparel distributor has grown into the largest distributor of diecast and now includes Auto World Greenlight Collectibles, Brand Art, Sam Bass Artwork, and University of Racing lines. They have a huge inventory. The folks at Circle B Diecast love racing and support drivers like Kyle Larson, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Christopher Bell, and many others with sponsorships and partnerships. And on orders over $20, use promo code MRN for free shipping. Check them out, circlebdiecast.com.
Hey, Ashley, what are you up to?
Oh, I just stopped by to grab some sage fruit apples. Now I just have to decide which ones.
You can never go wrong with a Honey Crisp. They're light, crisp, and full of perfectly balanced flavor.
Oh, hey!
You could always go with one of their classics, the Gala or Fuji. They're both sweet and juicy. Grown in the heart of Eastern Washington, Sage Fruit Company works hard on the farm and with their retail partners to provide high-quality apples and pears to consumers all year long.
Well, I couldn't decide which ones. Thanks for the help, guys.
I'll race you to checkout.
Wing Nation rolling along from Brian Brown doing great things in Knoxville to Sunshine doing great things in Indiana. Tyler Courtney joins us. Hello, Tyler. Welcome back to Wing Nation.
Hey, thanks for having me back. How are you guys?
I'm fantastic. Yeah, and we got Allison's here, so we're all excited to chat with you here. Tyler, it appears to me that once you cracked the key to victory lane for the All-Stars, you really enjoyed doing it because you've won 3 of the last 5 or 6 races. Looks like you guys have got your car rolling really, really well.
Yeah, I think, we were obviously really close there for a while and just couldn't get everything to fall into place. And, we finally got it to fall into place there at 96. And, yeah, it gave us a lot of momentum to roll into, kind of our, home field advantage, so to say. And took advantage of it. And we had a great week here in Indiana, and it's kind of one, we thought we could have, but, it was a matter of putting it all together. Running good for 4 nights in a row is tough in any series or situation, and, we were able to do it.
I mean, your last 8 finishes, it's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, we were just talking about that. Your average right now, I mean, when an 8th place is the weak point there for the week, and that many wins. I mean, you're up to 3 wins already in such a short span of time. So it's just incredible what you and Jake and the chemistry that y'all have going on right now. Sunshine's one thing, but Sunshine with that extra swagger, they all better watch out.
Yeah, it's been crazy. The last couple weeks, really starting at Eldora with, getting the non-league win and then running good with the Outlaws there and then rolling into Michigan and Joliet and getting that first win out of the way and then to come to Indiana and run good in front of, all of our friends and family here was awesome. So hopefully we can just keep it rolling and, hopefully, like you said, keep that swagger and rolling to, not an easy place to go be good at Pennsylvania and really, starts the heart of summer or heart of our season, gets going here the next couple months and, it's a good time to start running good.
Assess yourself right now. You're a champion, USAC champion race car driver, so you know what a champion driver is, and you have the skill set. Assess yourself now as a wing sprint car driver. The pros, the cons. What are you working on? Just kind of assess where you're at with that, Tyler.
I think I've still got a lot of work to do, especially I think you obviously running with the All-Stars is one thing, but you go run with the Outlaws is another thing. I think obviously we're really good right now, but I think we still got to get a little bit better, on qualifying and things like that. And I think qualifying right now is on me. It's something I've never been really good at, but it's something I got to get good at, especially when you're running with these guys that don't miss a beat. You can't lack at any point in the night. So I think if I had to give myself a grade, probably B area. Obviously, you always got to have room for improvement, and if you're not always trying to get better, then you should probably just go find something else to do. So, I always tried to get better every time I go race, and obviously we've had a good last couple of weeks, but we've still got a lot of room for improvement. So, excited for that part of it, because I think we are just kind of scratching the surface of what we can do, and hopefully that is just the surface, and we can have a strong rest of the year here.
What's it like to you have such a good relationship with the marshals, such a good relationship with Tim Clausen. What's it like to do this all new adventure with the one thing you've had constant is those people around you? How has that impacted you guys making this transition?
I think that's what makes it so special is that I've gotten to have the same people around me for, the bigger part of my success and kind of escalation of my career over the past 5 years has all, been, kind of centered around being here at Clausen Marshall Racing with, Tim, Di, Richard, and Jennifer, and, all the great people we've had, through the shop here. It's been, makes it really special. I think, kind of what separates us from a lot of the teams is that it's a family atmosphere. We do everything, together, not only just at the track, but we do a lot of stuff outside the track as well. And I think that goes a long way with, building confidence in each and every one of, the people that we have here. And I think it obviously translates into success, just off the past years that we've had.
Well, and I think too that you could probably convince them to let you run absolutely anything that you wanted to but it's because that's how much they believe in you. That's how much they believe in your work ethic and everything that you put in, not just behind the wheel, but outside of that too. Just your relationships with everybody and just how dedicated that you are. That's it. I mean, you could talk them into letting you run anything. So what are we going to do next?
Yeah, it's pretty comical. A lot of things I think I'm going to get told no on. I'll ask just kind of jokingly, and it ends up turning into, all right, well, we're going to go do this. And I'm like, oh, I was just kind of kidding, but okay, we'll go do it. And the wing thing came about because they kind of asked me what my next goals were, and I just kind of laid it out there that I'd like to go, try and be a World of Outlaws sprint car driver. And obviously you can't just hop in and be a World of Outlaws guy. So we built the wing car last year and, ran better than I thought we thought we probably should have. And, just kind of set up the process to go be a full-time all-star competitor and hopefully just, keep it moving along to get to that next part of my goals. And, that's being a World of Outlaws guy. And, it's crazy. A lot of things, we started the sprint car team with the non-wing car, just kind of on a joking a little bit, and then started the wing car just kind of joking a little bit. And I keep telling Tim that once we're done doing what we want to do with the sprint car side of things, there's only one thing left I got to do, and that's win the Triple Crown. So he's going to have to build a Silver Crown, which he's not a fan of, but I think I've almost got him talked in. But
Well, and I mean, the other thing is too, we're going to need to build some more space in the trophy room because when you have the two USAC championship trophies sitting on the ground, they don't even have their own spot.
Just sit on the
you
ground?
didn't see this picture? Oh no, you need to see the picture because there's a stand in the trophy room, and whatever the last race that was won, that's the trophy that goes there. So Tim tells it best, but the funny thing was last year, before everything shut down for COVID, the last race that Clausen Marshall Racing won was Ryan Newman winning the E-Main at Chili Bowl, and the Chili Bowl E-Main plaque set on there until we went back racing again. But Taylor posted a picture of Sunshine's trophy from his first win, his first All-Stars win, and I said, y'all better look at it now because it's not going to be there long, and it wasn't.
Yeah, and up until I-96, the last trophy that was sitting on there was Ricky's B-Main trophy from Chili Bowl. So luckily we got to replace that with some cool trophies, and we got a couple more this weekend that they get to be added, and hopefully we get a couple more cool ones, going into PA to a couple really big races, and it'd be really cool to add some Pennsylvania hardware to the shop.
Beef up that stand if you bring that bull's head from the Weichert Memorial Trophy back home. You're going to have to beef that up. Let's talk a little bit about that, Tyler. To be a good World of Outlaw sprint car driver, to be a good all-star sprint car driver, to be a good sprint car driver in North America, you got to tackle Pennsylvania, that tricky, unique Williams Grove, and then the Pennsylvania posse up at Port Royal. Just kind of your thoughts as you go into a big weekend with a lot of money on the line, by the way, up in Central PA.
Yeah, I think it's 10 the first night, 10 the second night, and 29 on Sunday. So obviously a lot of money on the line. But when you go into Pennsylvania, you're not just racing a couple guys. You're racing the posse. And we went up there the first weekend up for some local shows, and got humbled. Went to Williams Grove for the first time and Lincoln for the first time and got our asses kicked. So it wasn't anything going in there, it's not easy. We ran a lot better the next trip, went up there, obviously, but this weekend, obviously more money on the line. Guys are going to step up, and they just got done running with the Outlaws, and I know they're hungry for blood because they didn't quite have the success they wanted. I know, so it's not going to be easy going in there, but we're up for it, and obviously we've got momentum on our side, but it's still Pennsylvania. I'm excited about it. I love going to PA. Their fans are almost second to none. They're awesome, and we love going up there, and it's kind of almost our second home this year with the All-Star schedule.
Sure.
Are you taking the T-shirt trailer? You better have that thing stocked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, stock that baby up. They'll buy T-shirts up there.
I just got T-shirts from Kane Screen Prints this weekend, so we'll be all stocked up and hopefully cleaned out by the time we leave there.
Yeah, well, you'll need to make room for those trophies to bring them back. That's what you need.
Exactly. We got to have room to bring them back.
Yeah. You got to go run the race at Terre Haute first, right? You're going to go run the Silver Crown race.
So I'm a busy guy this week. I'm going to run Silver Crown car on Thursday. It was supposed to be the Hoosier 100, but obviously, circumstances there didn't allow that to happen. So it's the Sumar Classic now at Terre Haute, and so I'll run that for Chris Dyson and Sean Michael working on it, and run that Thursday, and haul ass to PA for Williams Grove on Friday, and run Ford Saturday, Sunday, and then I think it's still kind of up in the air right now if we're going to go run Monday with the Outlaws. I think it's going to kind of depend on how the weekend goes, but either way, a busy weekend. But that's the way I like it.
Well, Lawrenceburg's on the way back home, so I mean,
that's what I'm saying. You don't have to talk me into it.
Yeah. Well, sounds to me like all you need to do is ask, and we'll see you in Lawrenceburg.
Yeah.
Tyler, I'm telling you, we look forward to it. You're going to be Tyler's going to be part of our stage show we're going to invite you to be part of the stage show. I don't know that we've got all the details done, but we're doing live shows up at the Weichert Memorial, so we'll look forward to catching up with you up there and seeing how you fare up against the posse.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully well, and I look forward to seeing you guys.
Sounds good. Thanks, man.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
All right. Little sunshine. Indoor Tuesday, that's for sure. Always good to talk with Tyler Courtney. Sunoco is a proud partner of Wing Nation. Not all fuels are created equal, so fill up with Sunoco Ultratech. Sunoco Ultratech is a top-tier detergent gasoline that is proven to make your engine run cleaner, longer, and more efficiently. Using the same detergent package as what is blended into some of Sunoco's high-performance race fuels, you can trust Ultratech for your everyday race. Whether you're headed to the track or just hitting the road, fill up with Sunoco Ultratech and fuel your best.
Just like racing components, Aggressive Hydraulics purpose-builds hydraulic cylinders to perform for customer-specific applications. They design and manufacture mobile-style, single-stage cylinders as well as multi-stage telescopic cylinders. It's a no one-size-fits-all approach with Aggressive Hydraulics. Hydraulic solutions for virtually every industry that uses hydraulic cylinders. They proudly design and manufacture all cylinders in the United States. Check out the video of their story at aggressivehydraulics.com.
Wing Nation rolling along, as we mentioned at the top of the show. Allison, by the way, I like the Bobby Marsh. That's right. I love the shirt, the old school T-shirt. It's cool. We have new school T-shirt here.
Love them.
Look at this. Wing Nation 10th anniversary gear. Look at that.
Man, they look good.
Yeah, it does look good. Classic Ink does that, and they're just great people. And so you can get those this weekend at Williams Grove and at Port Royal. We'll have them right at our stage show. Or you can get them at wingnation.com. Wingnation.com. Big weekend at Port Royal coming up. But before we get there, I started down this road, the Patriot Shootout out at Millbridge.
Yeah.
And Colt McKinney's going to be racing there.
Absolutely. Son. Yeah, it's a huge race that Ashley and Jeremy Burnett are putting on. So 2 nights of 600 racing. I mean, huge names are here. I looked over last night, and Buddy Kofoid is getting out of Seabell's car. I was like, wait a minute, what's he doing here?
Yeah, Buddy Kofoid's in town running this thing. It's so cool.
Yeah, and then the younger kids get to be the support classes for it. So they get to do driver intros tonight. Colt's really excited about that.
Oh, wow, he's got his own.
There's a pole shuffle. So, or it's a pole.
Pole scramble?
Scramble. Yeah, so top 6 in qualifying. They don't have to run their heat race. They're just going to run for the pole. So to lock in the top 3 rows. So we'll see.
Wow. Sounds like fun. That's for sure. Yeah. Beginner box stocks tonight with the 600s, and tomorrow night it's the regular box stocks. It's going to be great. We mentioned this all along here. Waco Memorial this weekend. We have partnered with Flow Racing for live shows. They're going to be streamed 5 o'clock Eastern time on Saturday and Sunday night. Saturday is all history, man. It is great. Good historic stuff.
How much time do you have?
We just have 1 hour is all we have. They got drivers meeting and racing going on. And then Sunday, it's all the current drivers. It is going to be good. That is going to be streamed on the Flow Racing and on the Wing Nation Facebook live pages. So I think with that, it's good. Coming up later this week, Lance Deweese joins us on our Thursday podcast. And Brett Marks is our guest on Wing Nation TV, presented by Sage Fruit. So big weekend. Let's see. Millbridge. I've got a Charlotte truck race, and then Fort Ford.
I'm going to try to hit Terre Haute on Friday.
Good for you. That's awesome. Good stuff, that's for sure. Hey, we really appreciate Brian Brown and Tyler Courtney for joining us. More important than all of that, though, thank you for joining us here this week on Wing Nation.